Psalm 46, verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Now, some of you may or may not be religious or may not have heard this verse before. I didn't either, or the significance of it now in my life. Now, before coming to Pepperdine this summer, my relationship with the Lord was kind of put on the back burner. I did grow up with two Christian parents who took me to church, taught me His Word, made me memorize verses. I grew up with the gospel, but never truly pursued like what a real relationship with the Lord looked like. And part of that was because I got caught up in the daily routine and the chaos of life. For example, in high school, my daily routine looked like this. I would wake up at 6:30, eat breakfast, go to school, come back, eat a snack, do my homework, drive 30 minutes to soccer, drive 30 minutes back, take a shower, eat dinner, do my homework, and be in bed by 10 p.m. I thought this routine was awesome. It ticked all the boxes. It got everything done I needed to get done. I thought the more rigid, the better. Maybe that was the soccer player in me wanting to be rigid, wanting to be determined and disciplined. And maybe that's why I got to Pepperdine on a scholarship, and just because of the work ethic that I pursued in the discipline. But I was missing one big thing in my life in that routine, and that was being still and in the presence of God. Because I was always playing soccer, always working out, always putting in extra work, always wanting to move, and never wanting to be still. Until I came to Pepperdine early this summer. Now we got a choice on whether we came early this summer or not. We could either come one month early in July and train with our athletic trainer, her name is Bree, and kind of get used to the teammates and kind of the workload of what the season was about to hold. Or we could stay home and she would send us a packet and we could do our workouts on our own. Now I decided to come a month early because I'm a freshman. I wanted to get to know some of my older teammates that I was going to be playing with. I wanted to get used to Bree and kind of what she had expected for us physically. And I just wanted to get ready for preseason before the coaches had eyes on us. But I was forced to be still. I didn't have a car. Only one other freshman decided to come. I stayed in Seaside in the room all by myself. I didn't have a roommate. So my circumstances kind of forced me to be still. When I first got to campus, I fixated on the loneliness of my situation, kind of being isolated. My parents just dropping me off. I live in Kansas City, so they're miles away. And before coming here, I was very close to them. I love my family. I have three sisters. Family was a big part of my life. So that transition was very hard for me. And so the only thing that I could think about doing was pray. So I prayed and I came to this realization that this was the first time in my life where I had the chance to just be still. And again, my circumstances kind of forced me to do that. So my day would look like I would have a training with dance around 6 a.m. in the morning. It would be done around 7. I would go off to the CCB. I had a freshman seminar class, and it was done around 11. And I had the whole rest of my day to myself. And so, again, my circumstances forced me to be still. And so, after that prayer, I came to the realization that, again, that this was the first time in my life I had a chance to just be still. And as I came to this realization, I started to look on it in a positive light. This was the first time where I could just read a book for fun, or go on a walk, or listen to some music. All the little things in life that I never got to enjoy because I was so disciplined and so focused on that rigid routine that I can now do. So, and one of the main things that I had time to do now was spend time with the Lord. So it started as a habit, as a daily thing. I would wake up in the morning, do my devotion, then head off to work out with Bree. And so it started as a habit or a discipline, if you will. And then it turned into a craving. I started to create a constant dialogue with the Lord, spend time with him, talk to him, listen to him, what he had to say to me. And I just felt this new energy and joy inside of me, and that I never had experienced in my life before, and this happiness. And if it wasn't for coming to Pepperdine, 1 month early, I would never have experienced this. Although it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life, being away from home, being isolated, not really knowing very many people. Um, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but I truly did learn how to be still and know God.